Here I have the magnificent go-kart, and just have a part laying out. That's a sprocket I'm going to try and weld onto it somewhere and get into a smaller sprocket than that behemoth for a higher top end speed, because I know it's got the torque to do it, and if it doesn't, I'm buying a 420cc for it. This is the much loved Predator 212, 6.5 horsepower with the I think I threw the exhaust in a ditch somewhere or something. I don't really remember. It might just be in my garage or shed there. And I bought some wicked parts for it. I bought some new clutch parts, because this plate here is all stripped out right here, and then the spring broke. I need to retouch up my paint job. A spring broke in it, and yeah, that's all that needs. And then my throttle cable from the gas pedal over to the linkage here, that ripped apart over at the throttle linkage, so I ordered a new one of those, and it should be here soon. And then starts the fun stuff. I ordered new off-roading lights, so I'll have two headlights down at the crossbar there, the non-angled one at the bottom. Two individual small headlights, LED, 15 watts. And then I ordered more lights. I ordered headlights that'll just kind of point off to the diagonal like that and that. This is just my rifle for a squirrel deterrent and stuff. But those will hook probably into these, or if I could find a car battery, I'll just weld another plate on there, smack that bad boy on, and use that. I'm gonna buy some not plexiglass, polycarbonate or just plastic clear sheets, and put one here and one in the front, so that way I have a windscreen and a rear thing. Because I had a board here, like a wooden board, just because I wanted to put stuff on it. Wanted to mount a gas tank or something, but I noticed that I couldn't see anything, so that wasn't very good. So I got rid of that swiftly. I think I actually just kicked it out and shot it not really shot with a gun, but just like launched it. Here's all the boards that I have been using as a dirt filler, because it's muddy, so I just slapped the board down and walk on them. That's why they're all muddy and stuff. Soon up on the list to get is a new seat. The new seat, I want to get one that moves further up. Maybe that'll just butt right up against there. I think this one will do it. I'm pretty sure that's how it was, but I moved it back for a little more footroom. I gotta oil everything, of course. I gotta buy a new axle, because as I've been looking, this hex axle, I can't find any bigger tires for it. These might seem like, oh, well, Jeremy, you're going to run into a clearance. Well, I have at least an inch. I have at least 3 inches there, so I could put 18s on it. It has 16s now. It goes 40 miles an hour, 39.67 actually, top speed run that I ever got it to. And that was, I could do that anytime. That is just highest speed I've gotten it to with or without weight. Oh, sweet, my pull cord broke, as you can see, and I was worried that, like my Briggs & Stratton, that it might just be riveted on, but it's very reassuring to see that those are just common screws. Now this gas tank here has got to go, because if I can angle it right, you can see it's not actually secured in. It's not moving at all, because of the seat butted up against it, like butted up against it, so far that there's some seat belts there. That might actually bite me in the ass in a bit, but there were some seat belts there that I actually have to weld back on now, and I realized the seat belts would go in over there and then back here, and then I'm assuming this little tab right here with this little piece of cloth on it, that's where seatbelts would go. I'm buying 2 or 3 point seatbelts for it. Or I could get 5 point, where just the harness above you, one side would go to here, one side would go here. Not sure about that though, because the 5 point is really expensive, like $100 a pair. By a pair, I mean each. But yeah, stay tuned for the clutch build, where I just rebuild the small clutch. And eventually, when I put the bigger engine on it, Predator 420 or whatever I decide to get, it's either between a 420cc or maybe non-Predator or something along those lines of a 420. Or I have this lawnmower over here, just going off topic, throw that, with a 20 horsepower Briggs & Stratton Intech overhead valve thing on it. I'm told the starter doesn't work. I know the fact the fuel pump needs to be replaced because it's got some headers broken on it. But as you can see, it's 20 horsepower, 655 cubic centimeters. This is actually for sale. I'm trying to sell it for like $150, but yeah, it's for sale because I don't actually have much use for it. It's smaller than like my lawnmower engine. This bad boy, I actually forgot I had the hood on there. Now I can take the hood off. 694 cubic centimeters of displacement, rated at around 3,200 RPM or something like that. It's 18 horsepower. That bad boy, I don't know if you can see that. 5-speed. It has a 42-inch mower deck, but I just took the deck off. It's that little black object right behind my shed there. I just took it off because I was like, weight reduction, yo. Actually, no, I took it off because I need to change the mower pulleys out so I can get a better speed. But yeah, the mower blah. Sorry, ADHD at the moment. Mower is going to be swapped tires out for more off-road-esque like the go-kart here has. And then it's going to be used for like off-roading, and I want to make it go 35. 35 is a good number. Then I won't have to do too much to it, because I know it's got the power. It's got the power. I could do. Let me just finish explaining what I want to do with this real first. I want to get a 420. Optimally, the Predator 420, because it's got the remote. It's got the electric start, and I don't care about, you know, electric start. I care about it'd be really nice to have it then as the charging feature. It's a 10 amp charger, so then I could run. It's a 12 volt 10 amps, so that's 120 watts plus or minus about 10 watts, cause depending on your engine RPM. And then I could run these lights that I want to get on here perfectly. The lights, they're not very well taxing. The two lights on the bottom are going to be 30 watts total. The lights on the top are going to be 36. So 66 watts of power, not too bad. I'm going to get a control panel to flip these lights on and off. I'm going to get turn signals, which I'll probably put in here and on the other side. And then after a bit, I'm going to have to buy a few control panels. And there's definitely a project. I'm going to have to weld a bar from around the middle point down there. Just weld it and then screw a board in. I would effectively limit having a passenger, but that's okay, because I want to buy another go-kart, like a more dune buggy-esque style, but like small. This might seem like a small go-kart. I can remove the roll cage, I just don't want to. But I actually, the roll cage is removable, but not really. You see, you got bolts and stuff, right, holding it on. And then there's this one asshole right here, where the bolt on there isn't really on there. I can't see the camera, so I don't know what kind of, if you're even seeing it. But the bolt's just kind of welded to itself. Meaning you can't get it out. I have bolt cutters. I could get it off, but I'm not sure I want to commit yet to having no roll cage. I haven't actually. I've tipped it a few times. Never got it like on the side. I just lifted one side off while doing donuts. But yeah, that's the lowdown on this. Stay tuned for the clutch rebuild, and then obviously stay tuned for the light install and other things. Now, if you're wondering, there's wires leading out of here because I plan to remove the governor soon. Actually, as soon as I get one as soon as I get some bolts to take this off, so then I can access the last bolt down in there, because I can get the others off easy enough. I have the drills for it, but the other one I can't get to easily, so I just have to take off my driven pulley, take that off, and I'll be able to open up the crankcase and take the governor off. Now obviously, yes, I could just remove the governor linkage from the carburetor, but I don't want to run a super high RPMs and then risk the governor mechanism in the engine breaking, exploding, or something of the sort, and then having the ball bearings damage the rest of the engine at RPMs up to 6 to 7, maybe 8,000 RPMs. That wouldn't be too good. Now, obviously, once you're pushing those kind of RPMs, your torque curve is going to be pathetically low, and thus your horsepower will fall. But to compensate for that, I'm going to be putting a turbocharger, yes, turbocharger in here. Somehow I'm going to be I might put it here. Actually, I was considering removing the front bottom bar there and putting it up there, just for like rad looks. But right here would probably be better, because then I could just weld something onto it, and then get it mounted up there, and then just buy an electric fan big enough. Well, I run a computer business, so I could just use a bunch of fans for those, get it working, use the 10 amp charging off the 420, and be bam. Now, I'm not going to make any modification to this engine, because in about a week or two, I will have a few $100s to invest on the 420. Firstly, before that though, I'm buying a new seat, so that way I have the room for the 420, and then I'll purchase the 420. Hopefully I'll be golden for it. Hopefully, I don't know. Actually, wait, that's another thing I don't need to get. I kind of have seatbelts already. And I say kind of because I damaged the shit out of one of them. But yeah, that's the low down and dirty. Sorry, I almost dropped my phone there. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, all that bullshit. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, just haven't actually had any reason to, because it's been like, let me go take a video of the go-kart. Not doing anything, I'm just gonna take a video of it. But now I have something to do with it. I have plans for it. I've purchased parts on the way. Like I said, the lights. And, yeah. Hopefully the mower has fun, too. Bye. New clutch parts just came in. We got ourselves some new, whatever these are called, torsion springs, I suppose. Sure. And, the cover plate. It's really weird. It's like a pearlescent type thing. It's cool though. The original one's like solid machined steel.